Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm Conan from Team Shadow Strike, and I have another combo video here for you guys that I'm going to show you a couple of things that I know how to do with this deck, and maybe it'll help you understand the deck a little bit better, whether A, you want to build and play the deck yourself, maybe teach you some things you never thought of, or things that your opponent might do if you ever come across this deck. And the deck I'm going to be talking about today is the Dauntless variant deck, Dominant Dauntless. Now, Dominant Dauntless, first off, I want to point out that this gorgeous SP was given to me by my good friend Ryan Norden, fellow Shadow Strike member, and I freaking love it. So, Ryan, thanks again for pulling this and getting this for me. I really appreciate it. I love this card's artwork to death. It is one of my favorite artworks in the game by far. This deck gets a lot of unfair hate, and I don't know why. Guys, this deck screams control and screams pressure. That's why it fits me like a glove. And it's comboed with one of the best break rides in Vanguard, so I really don't know why it gets so much hate. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I know with this deck. First off, if you are playing this deck, I recommend Red Pulse Draco Kid, whatever you want to call him. The reason is, in cross-ride variant decks that like this, where your grade 3s are connected to each other, you want to ride Dauntless first in this deck, so then you can get that cross break ride and get that full 13k body. So that's why this just helps. I mean, me, if I open up with Dauntless reverse in my hand, I hold on to it because I'd rather have to ride Dominant Dauntless before Dauntless Drive and not have a cross ride that game unless I want to ride over it and then ride again. But because a grade 3, even if it's the wrong grade 3, is better than no grade 3 at all. So I would recommend, if you're wanting to build this deck, you play the standard 8, 4 of each, just to ensure the consistency of the deck. Now, let me show you kind of like a standard first turn thing. If you want to check out this deck profile, it is posted on my channel. Let's say for start we have this, maybe this, we'll say we're fortunate we draw into a Dauntless, and then let's say we get maybe a trigger for shield, okay? Okay. First turn with this deck's pretty standard. You're going to just ride your grade 1, and you're going to slide out your Red Pulse Draco Kid. Second turn, what you're generally going to see players with this deck do is they're going to ride their grade 2, and then judging from how they play this is going to be able to tell you how good their hand is. If you watch how your opponent plays, sometimes you can guess or predict what's in their hand just based on how they're playing. If they're playing real desperately, like as we've all seen Kagura players maybe done once or twice, if first turn they play a couple Gojos and they activate both their skills, that tells you they're searching for a card. Maybe they're misgrading or something like that, and they're looking for that. Because sometimes I've had to do that. It's not what I like doing, but if it gets me my grade 2, so I'm not grade stuck, it's worth it. So then let's say also maybe, let's say no, let's do this. Let's say I ride Velocity and I call Hunger Hell to the rear guard. One thing that's really nice is, or that I like about this is, okay, say I use this skill, and then let's say that lets me add my, where'd he go? Let's say that lets me add my gorgeous Dominant Dauntless to my hand. So let's say now I have both of these in my hand, which at this point, if I do, I'm very happy. And if I have extras, I can just use them as rear guards. And then, generally when I ride my grade 2, this is when I'm setting up a booster for my future boss. So let's say that could be a bar if I get my way. But what's really nice about this deck, it can be a Gojo, it can be a bar, it can be a Rollamadre, and it can even be a Calamity Tower Wyvern, and it is still a good option. There's really not a bad option, because as long as this hits 18 when you're crossroad, you're fine. So then let's say I got bar and maybe a Gojo. Okay, and then we complete our turn, and then turn 3, let's say it would look something similar to maybe like this. Okay, so something like this. Then the turn that we're going to break ride, this is where it gets fun. Cross Break Ride. Alright, so we're on Dominant Dauntless, so our Break Ride has activated. Our Vanguard has received his free plus 10,000 power, and we have acquired a new skill. The skill of when our unit attacks a Vanguard, at the end of that battle, if we discard any 3 cards from our hand, our new unit restands. So, we're sitting at a comfortable 23,000 thanks to Cross Riding and Break Riding, otherwise known as a Cross Break Ride. One of my favorite cards to have on the field, at least one of, is this, because if I call this when I'm fixing to Cross Break Ride, Soul Blast, make sure you don't Soul Blast Dauntless. And you can draw another card. So we're going to Soul Blast 2, and we get a free card. This is a nice card to lock, you know, if during this turn, and if behind him even, that's even better. Because Vanguard is behind him because he
out of my hand. Maybe I have too many grade 3s, or I have that draw trigger in my hand I can't do anything with. I can discard that, draw a new card, and then I can lock this, because the card does not have to be standing when I lock it. So let's say I do that, okay? And then what I'm going to do generally first time is I'm going to attack for 23, and I'm not going to boost with my rear guard booster. This is because, since it's at least a 5k boost, a 5k boost is always going to ensure that you hit the next cross ride number no matter what. So, let's say I attack for 23. Now, Dominant Dauntless's effect, it reads as follows. If you drive check a grade 1 or higher Kagro unit, so that means any unit that is grade 1 or higher that is not a trigger, so anything except a grade 0, your Dominant is Limit Break activates, which means you get to retire a grade 1 or less rear guard of your opponents, and the unit gains plus 3k. These abilities do not have to happen at the same time for you to get that 3k. If you drive check a grade 1 or higher Kagro unit, and your opponent does not, I repeat, does not have a grade 1 or lower rear guard, you may still gain that plus 3k power. So let's say we hit a trigger and 1 non-trigger. So we gained 8,000 power. That's what makes Dominant Dauntless so good, is whenever you're attacking, your opponent is going to have to guard for an additional 6k just to be safe. So let's say we hit a trigger, so let's say we hit a bar and a critical trigger. That means, let's just say we have our Vanguard. That would be an additional 8,000 power. What's so nice to this is when your opponent guards, sometimes all you really need is a trigger and a grade 1 or less, grade 1 or higher unit, if it works out that way. So let's say then we pay the cost of the Break Ride, which is where we discard any 3 cards from our hand and our unit restands. So now he has gained plus 8k from to 23. So now he's 31, 36, and he's swinging for plus 1 critical. And then we get 2 more twin drives, so possibility of nuking even more cards and adding more power onto this dragon. And then we have 2 other attackers this whole time that we have been saving to just give excess triggers to, say if our opponent nullifies our attack or if we want to boost up our rear guards. So that is also an option. That's what this deck's best at, is once you get to this formation, to just be able to lock one unit, whether it's your Vanguard booster, whether it's Gojo, doing that. I would recommend the turn that you Break Ride, you would lock your Vanguard booster, because he's going to be swinging for 23, and he's going to gain a boost one way or the other, because he's going to gain either plus 10k, plus 8k, or plus 6k, because you're going to drive check at least a grade 1 and 2 grade 1s or higher. So you're, okay, let me rephrase that. You're either going to drive check 2 triggers, which that's going to be plus 10k, a grade 1 or higher unit, and a grade 0, which will mean that's plus 8k, and you got to knock out one of your opponent's grade 1 or less units, or you're going to drive check 2 grade 1 or higher units, which will be plus 6k, and you get to pop 2 grade 1
or lower units. So you're going to gain at least 6,000 more power for the second attack, which means your opponent will then have to guard for another 10k. That's why this is okay to lock your Vanguard booster, no matter what this is. Honestly, if I could have my way, I would much rather have this, because way after I've done my ride, still a solid 21.
So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Guys, this deck is very, very good. I do not know why Dominant Dauntless gets a lot of hate. I personally think Dominant Dauntless is one of the better decks right now, just simply because it can eliminate your opponent's rear guards, it limits their boosting power eventually, and it's going to hurt them one way or another, and he eats more cards out of your opponent's hand with his limit break. I know I haven't done matches for you guys in a while. I'm going to be posting some new, filming some more soon, I promise. So I hope you guys enjoyed this combo video. If you enjoyed this combo video, thumbs up this video for me and let me know if, and then in the comment section below, let me know what you think of the deck. If you have any more questions about Dominant Dauntless or the previous combo video that I posted up, the Gancelot Liberator one, feel free to put it in the comment section below of this one or the Gancelot, and I will be more than happy to answer it. I'm always willing to help you guys. Remember, guys, if you ever want to send me a message, I posted my email address in a video called I can't remember. It was attention to my subscribers, I believe I called it, and I put my email address for the channel, or my Vanguard team's email address that only I have access to. So if you want to ever send me a message, you are more than welcome to leave it on YouTube for me, or you can send it to my YouTube YouTube channel's email, which it will be in the comment section below for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this combo video. I hope it was informative. So thanks for watching. Excuse me. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment rate, thumbs up this video for me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you already haven't subscribed. I'm going to start monthly giveaways after I give away the prize for my latest contest that just finished a couple of days ago. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. I will be doing a giveaway in the month of August at some point. It's also the month of my birthday, so yay! So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, so I'll be seeing you later. If I can ever find the stop. Okay, see ya, guys.